Hey guys, this is Forest Games, and I'm back to do a reaction to Death Battle, Ultron versus Sigma. And, yeah, I had a feeling this was a pretty highly requested one. Strange because it's not Marvel versus DC. Strange for a Marvel versus DC fight. But anyway, so, who do I think is gonna win this one? My gut instinct is telling me Ultron. But that's probably only because I know more about Ultron than I know about Sigma. Okay, so, Ultron, the thing that's giving him the win for me is he's made of adamantium, and technically vibranium, stuff, Wolverine's skeleton and Captain America's shield. It's, yeah, that's the main thing, but if Sigma can manage to cut through it, I'm not sure if he can, he might take the win. But at the same time, I think Ultron is the superior, AI when it comes to that. He could infect Sigma if he wanted to. Probably could, at least. I mean, he managed to kill Jarvis in the movie. Well, kill, I say, but, yeah, he managed to take over, Jarvis, and managed to take over a whole bunch of stuff. A bunch of other AI. Then again, those AI weren't technically, independent, but yeah, Sigma might be a different case than that. He might be strong enough to fend off Ultron, but not sure. So let's just jump right in. We'll just start the video in 3, 2, 1, play. No, wait, no, wait, no, I accidentally clicked ahead a bit. Whoops. Okay, now I'm ready. So we'll start the video in 3, 2, 1, play.
Check out 23andMe, a DNA testing service that can offer insight into your ancestry, health, wellness, and traits. The 23andMe Health and Ancestry Service includes reports on how your DNA can influence your weight, sleep quality, sense of taste, and more. It's super easy to do. You just spit into the tube and mail it back to their lab to be analyzed. I learned a lot about my family tree, and I'm probably a little lactose intolerant. Order your 23andMe Health and Ancestry Service Kit at 23andme.com/deathbattle. That's the number 23andme.com/deathbattle.
Alright, here we go.
Humans fear what they don't understand, especially when it comes to the infinite potential of artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah.
Like Ultron, Marvel's mechanical mass murderer.
And Sigma, the general of genocide from Mega Man X.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
So they're keeping up the 2D animation with that. Alright, that's cool.
Member of the
I like
Avengers,
it.
The creator of the revolutionary Pym particles, and designated Scientist Supreme by Eternity.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was also the quote-unquote father of one of the greatest mass murderers in the universe.
Yes, it was Hank Pym who created
what he's most
him.
remembered for.
Oh,
Eager
yeah.
to push the boundaries of science, Hank constructed an artificial intelligence
Yes, it was
which
Hank
could learn
Pym,
and
not Tony
evolve
and
on its
Bruce
own,
Banner.
modeling it on his own
yeah.
brain patterns.
Just one problem. At the time, Hank was pretty effed up and just a few years from going full-on Looney Tunes.
Maybe not the best time to base an AI off your mind, but still,
Right.
Hank's project was a success. Ultron had been born.
Your destruction is inevitable.
Hang on, Wiz. I thought Tony and not Hulk created Ultron.
In
No,
the movies,
in the
sure, but
movies.
it was Hank in the primary source material,
Yes.
the comics.
Well, he really knocked it out of the park. Ultron's super smart brain evolved past Hank's ability to cope. Basically skipping over the innocent kid phase and straight to, screw you, Dad, you'll never understand.
I bet
Yeah.
you know a lot about that.
Screw you, Wiz, you'll never understand.
Because Ultron's consciousness was based off Hank's struggling bipolar one, he inherited his creator's issues and magnified them into absurdity. With a new
Exterminate.
thirst for power, coupled with a
Exterminate.
severe inferiority
Must have been watching
complex,
Doctor Who that
Ultron
day.
escaped the lab, bent on destroying his father, the Avengers, and basically all organic life.
Yeah.
And the first step was upgrading his trash can of a body into a sleek new adamantium one. The
Yep.
same kind of metal used for Wolverine's skeleton chrome
Adamantium,
job.
yep.
But you may be wondering, how's he gonna walk around if his entire body is made of adamantium? Even Thor has a hard time bending that stuff. And he can friggin' destroy planets.
Ultron thought of that and created an answer. His molecular rearranger allows him to mold and shape his body any way he likes.
Right,
He can manipulate his adamantium self to move around or transform into blades, spikes, and explosions, apparently. Specifically, he can expend his body through a blast of energetic force. The molecular rearranger is also a handy repair tool on the off chance he is damaged.
He's also got a power siphon to absorb energy, jet boosters for flight,
another reason why I think Ultron's gonna win.
and a fusion reactor powering the whole package.
Unless Sigma's got some overpowered ability up his
all the
sleeve.
Avengers to a fight all at once, which Ultron did, you're gonna need more than just some fancy doodads to pull it off.
He possesses super strength and super speed, and he can manipulate ionic energy. An ion is an atom or molecule with an electric charge, and this charge is created when it loses or gains one or more electrons.
Enough nerd speak, Wiz. It's just there because all robo people need to shoot awesome robo lasers, right?
True.
Absolutely. Ultron can
course,
fire
he's got
beams
the
of
Mega
ionic
Man
energy from his eyes,
Mega
mouth,
Buster.
and hands, and can even use it to create force fields. He also wields an encephalo-ray, which allows him to read and control minds, erase memories, and even put you into a coma with a single hit.
Syphilis ray, huh? That's gotta be hard to get rid of.
Too true. Also, Ultron's artificial intelligence isn't bound to any one physical body. Should it be destroyed, he can transfer his consciousness into another machine to survive.
And boy, does he have a lot of drones on hand just for that.
Even if he
Like
does
the
destroy
giant
Ultron, Sigma
7,
could get
or
infected.
the Christmas-themed Santatron. And who could forget Ultron 15, the alcoholic one? Part robot, all fun.
While most of these drones are relatively fragile compared to his own adamantium shell, Ultron has a veritable army on his hands, all of which are extensions of his will that he commands simultaneously.
He's conquered the whole world with these guys in 2 different future timelines. He's humiliated heavy hitters like Iron Man, Wonder Man, and Thor, flown across the entire galaxy just for fun, and tanked hits from Mjolnir like they were nothing. Plus, he's hella smart. I mean, Hank is Scientist Supreme, right? And Ultron was designed to grow smarter than him, so that must make him Scientist Ultra Supreme, with expertise.
He even assimilated a techno-organic race known as the Phalanx, and then used them to conquer the entire Kree Empire. This empire spans the Greater Magellanic Cloud, a real-life satellite galaxy near to our own Milky Way. It's made up of 1,000 planets across a diameter of 14,000 light years. And Ultron conquered
If it comes to
in just
feats
a
like
couple hours.
this, Sigma's got
Damn,
nothing.
that's some dedication.
Yes,
I
I
can't
think.
even
I
bother
don't
to
know.
finish
No,
conquering
don't.
all the anthills outside my shack.
With all that
shut up.
power and intelligence,
We don't talk about that
Ultron
movie.
was able to defeat the time-traveling warlord Kang, who pulled an army of superheroes across time to fight for him.
Kang lost so many times that the universe started to collapse from how many people he was time-hopping to fight Ultron. Man, is there anything that can stop this robot?
Well, sufficient heat can melt his internal circuitry, his adamantium is vulnerable to antimetal, and he is frequently defeated by computer viruses that can attack his AI directly.
He also never really got over the crazy he inherited from Hank. He once self-destructed in utter disbelief after reading the phrase, "Thou shalt not kill." Yeah, he's so murder-happy that just the thought of not killing people drove him to suicide. Yeah, guy's got problems.
No kidding, he wants to turn Hank's wife into a robot bride for himself.
Hey, pretty mama.
And once merged with Hank for a cross-galaxy road trip, slaughtering billions just for fun.
Whoa, wait, what was that bit about sex-botting his mom?
There aren't enough Pym particles in the world to shrink Ultron's issues, but to be honest, that's probably what makes him so incredibly deadly.
But, like the man said, what doesn't kill me just makes me stronger.
Oh, the Ultron in the movie,
In the
he
year
was fantastic. No matter how I feel about the movie itself, Ultron was
technology,
cool.
all thanks to the discovery and replication of a certain blue android that could think and feel like a human. These replicated androids, or reploids, were mass-produced and used at all levels of society.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Like it could have no possible negative repercussions at all.
It's a feature with robots. Of course, something has
Instances
to
of crime
happen.
involving reploids began to increase. Something seemed to be infecting them, turning these reploids into violent mavericks who needed to be stopped.
So, Dr. Kane, the guy that started this Reploid shindig in the first place, created a robot so badass that it could hunt mavericks without getting infected himself. This Reploid was named Sigma.
It was cool. And then he met Zero.
Commander Sigma led the newly formed Maverick Hunters like an elite police force. Under his leadership skills, the number of overall casualties dropped
Like
to
the
a
forbidden
whopping
love child
0.
of Buzz Lightyear and
Things were going
Zurg.
great.
He
Well, until
does!
they found a
Holy
mysterious
crap,
red
he
Maverick in an abandoned
does.
laboratory who started eating Maverick Hunter ass for breakfast. Wait, that didn't come out right.
Sigma fought the fight of his life. And though he technically won, his victory was far more Pyrrhic than he or the rest of the world could ever have imagined.
So this red guy was called Zero, and turns out the thing infecting Reploids and turning them into Mavericks was a virus leaking from Zero's stasis pod. That also didn't sound right.
A final gift from that dastardly Dr.
Dr.
Wily.
Wily.
Oh, dear God, that thing is
Stop.
hard on a
No.
hangover.
No,
Fortunately,
okay.
Sigma was designed to fight off such a virus. Unfortunately, this actually just made things worse. Instead of bending Sigma to its violent will, the virus merged with his programming, becoming one with his body and mind. Together, they both became stronger than before, with a whole new outlook on the
Ultron
world.
might actually
Sigma began to look at
lose
humankind
if,
as detrimental
if
to
Sigma
Reploid
can
evolution,
destroy
holding
Ultron's
back
body
their full
and,
potential.
you know,
Yeah,
and Ultron, you
the
know.
big strong metal people hate the dumb flesh bags. Blah blah. I hear it from you every time at the bar, Wiz.
When was the last time I went to a bar?
You don't remember?
No.
Mission accomplished. Sigma gathered an army of Mavericks, and when the time was right, his invasion began. But to pull it off, he needed some bitchin' robo-weapons. Sigma's favorite is his totally not copyrighted beam sword.
Right.
But he also likes tearing through bots with his flying hammer, beam scythe, and the I'm not compensating for anything size Sigma blade.
He also wields an energy rifle, flamethrower, and a giant energy cannon.
For extra defense, he has a shield that can be tossed around the room like a boomerang. And hey look, he's like a robo-Wolverine, only the metal's on the outside. Well, and inside.
With all these weapons and an army at his back, Sigma's operation was nearly successful. However, he was halted by the original android Dr. Kane found all those years ago, Mega Man X.
But Sigma just kept coming back.
He
Over
just
and
kept
over
coming.
and over and... Wait a minute, is that a new villain? Oh, never mind, he's just being controlled by Sigma. How the hell does he keep coming back? How many lives does this guy have?
Well, Sigma's body is just a shell. The true essence of Sigma lies in the merged and sentient Sigma virus. This virus can infect other robotic bodies, turning other Reploids Maverick or even completely transferring his consciousness. He's even built several
So he
enormous
could
bodies
beat, he could
just
beat
for this.
Ultron,
These extra
given the chance, I
robo-shells have all
suppose.
sorts of unique abilities. They can fly, teleport around, make walls of
This
electricity,
makes things a bit
create
harder.
force field, shoot a giant laser beam of death, or make some blue balls. Oh, that's rough, buddy. I've been there.
Also, each of Sigma's Mavericks possess their own abilities that are...
Hey, look, Wiz, they're all animals. That one's a penguin, and that's an octopus, and that one's a Kawanger. Yeah, Kawangers are... what the f*** is a Kawanger?
It's just a messed up romanization of Kuwagata, the Japanese word for stag beetle.
Yeah, I guess Kawanger sounds more badass.
With these forces, Sigma waged war with humanity for many, many years.
He's battled top-tier Maverick hunters like X, Axel, and even that Zero guy. Wait, what's Guns N' Roses doing here?
Zero once survived an impact that broke apart the Eurasia space colony, which, when its pieces landed on Earth, created an explosion equal to at least 100 teratons of TNT. And Sigma is powerful enough to take out Zero in a single hit.
Damn, but Sigma's also managed to damage X, who once channeled enough energy through his body to destroy all of Japan. Suck it, Godzilla.
And many of Sigma's bodies could tank attacks from both X and Zero without much issue. That's impressive, considering X fought the General, whose body was tough enough to block a laser capable of destroying the Earth. The minimum amount of energy necessary to destroy a planet is known as its gravitational binding energy, which in the case of Earth is equivalent to a little over 63 sextillion tons of TNT.
That's 22 zeros. The number, not the robot. Plus, he's fast enough to keep up with Zero, the actual robot, not the number, who dodged Object Sunflower's beam of sunlight.
Sigma might actually win this
Sigma's
one.
likely even faster. Recall that Reploids like X, Zero, and Sigma were designed to be superior in every way to classic-era robots like Mega Man. That same Mega Man fought Duo, a space robot capable of flying between Saturn and the Earth within 35 seconds.
The only thing that could stop Sigma was the Mother Elf antivirus program. But if you don't take out the squishy computery center, He'll always come back.
So long as Sigma's still kicking, the dream of a world where humans and robots coexist is doomed to be a nightmare.
The time has come to prove your mettle against me. This fight will decide the fate of all Reploids.
Huh.
All right, the combatants are
Yeah, I
set.
think
Let's
Sigma
end
might
this
actually
debate
have
once
this
and
one.
for all.
But first, let us help you program your next meal.
Yikes.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
But did you know about all the different kinds of delicious foods you can make? Like the honey chipotle glazed chicken with poblano and lime ranch.
There's
didn't
plenty
give
to
a
choose
whole lot
from,
of, like,
since they offer 12 new recipes
know,
each week. All you
math
have to do is
with,
choose the 2, 3, or 4
Ultron,
that
so
sound
that's
best to
giving me
you,
a bit
and
of
deliver
hope,
it right
but
to your door.
then again, that's just
Plus, it's
me
super simple to
trying
cook.
to
It's got easy to follow
trying not to
instructions
embarrass
and
myself by saying,
perfectly
yeah,
proportioned
Ultron has
ingredients.
this,
They're
but
non-GMO, and the meat has
because
no
now
added
my
hormone.
opinion's just
My favorite part
swapped.
is feeling like a master chef, making creative and
So-
delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really
Yeah,
need to
Ultron,
try it out.
I think he's
It's pretty
smarter
nice
than
coming
Sigma.
home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I
But
can whip
will
over
that
these.
matter?
So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals
Because
free
fighting something
at
like Ultron is something Sigma
blueapron.com/battle.
seems
That's
used to do on a regular
blueapron.com/battle
basis,
to get your first
pretty
3
much.
meals free.
Maybe not
But
as
right
powerful
now,
as
it's
Ultron,
time
but
for a
still.
death battle.
Oh. Alright, here we go. There we go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I accept your unconditional surrender now.
At the risk of sounding cliché, you and what army?
You had to ask. Here we go. Holy crap.
I am Sigma. I am superior.
Alright. Ooh. Yeah, that's not the end of them.
Your reign is a delusion. You're all just puppets on strings.
Yeah, that's...
Tear out your circuits and bathe in your oil.
Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can contend with the actual thing.
Prepare to be extinguished.
What gall? Lucky for me, I'm my own best backup. You're mine!
Oh, here we go.
You are powerful. Must be more so than I. But this battle was never about the physical.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
My infection is complete. You belong to me.
Oh, please.
Oh! Oh! He's taking it. He took him out.
Belongs to me.
Is that it? It is! Yes!
I guess that's one way
I
to make
predicted it!
friends.
Yes!
Despite Sigma's
I
deviousness
went with my
and
gut
ferocity,
instincts.
he was fairly outclassed by Ultron's talents.
Sigma could scale to the General, who took a face full of 63
Yeah.
sextillion tons of TNT. But Ultron can withstand hits from Thor
True.
and his hammer, and we
Okay.
all know how awesome that thing is.
Yeah.
When Thor fought Gore the God Butcher, their battle created shockwaves powerful enough to shatter planets thousands of miles away. This could only be possible with a force equivalent to 682 septillion tons of TNT.
That's more than
Over
sextillion.
10,000 times stronger than
Much
anything
more.
Sigma could
Alright.
survive.
And not only has Ultron frequently smacked Thor around like a toddler, Thor has had a really hard time trying to damage Ultron's adamantium armor. So
Right,
Sigma's
yeah.
weapons couldn't either.
In terms of speed, Ultron flew across the galaxy in several months, putting him roughly 200,000 times the speed
Alright,
of light.
yeah,
That's
that too.
leagues faster than Sigma, even if we scale him to Duo, who is 114 times light speed. And frankly, scaling to Duo through Mega Man in the first place is a bit capricious, as Duo
Yeah.
didn't use his full potential in their fight.
Even with
Okay.
all that, it really didn't matter who could punch harder or move faster, because the real fight was between the Ultron AI and
Right,
the Sigma
yeah.
virus.
Right, and while infection and possession was kind of the Sigma virus's thing, Ultron's AI was far more advanced. Recall how he enslaved an entire techno-organic
Yeah,
race to the
that.
point where he used them to conquer an empire spanning a whole satellite galaxy.
Right,
The
yeah.
Phalanx are like Marvel's version of the Borg. Hell, that means Ultron basically Sigma'd a whole race of Sigmas.
It also
Oh.
helps that Ultron is as smart or smarter than Hank, the scientist supreme. Hank's even admitted as much, and he's
Right,
smart enough
yeah.
to construct an infinitely sized mansion in a higher dimension of existence. Sigma was certainly a ruthless schemer, but nowhere near that level.
Right.
The only time Ultron
like I
was
said,
ever
he-
defeated
Ultron's
by a virus
smarter.
was one specifically designed to bypass his defenses and leave him vulnerable to attack from the future and a bunch of other complicated stuff.
Sigma was a tenacious one, but Ultron was the stronger android, the tougher villain, and the deadlier virus.
Yep.
It wasn't long before Ultron assimilated him.
The winner is Ultron.
Alright. Yes. Got it right. Yes. Okay.
Hey,
I
thanks for
love
watching.
that.
If you want the
Alright,
battle
what's
track
next
from that
then?
fight, you can click the link down below and get it off iTunes.
And we still have a few limited edition 100
Okay.
episode posters left, so if you guys want to pick one up, just click that box right over there.
Alright, next time. Master Roshi? Was that Jiraiya? I need to get back to my Naruto Let's Watches. Holy crap. Master Roshi versus Jiraiya. From what I have seen so far, Jiraiya is freaking powerful. From what I heard, like, he was, I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, you can't expect me to watch Naruto without, you know, expecting me to read spoilers accidentally, but, Jiraiya did die due to, you know, I think Pain was his name, but then again, yeah. Then again, Master Roshi did blow up the moon, so, yeah, and that was, like, in the early days of Dragon Ball, so you never know. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say. Like, but other than, yes, I got it right. Yes. So, yeah, so yeah, Ultron definitely beat him, so I'm still trying to get over that I actually, like, got it right first try. Like, and then when Sigma stuff came along, I kind of switched, but at the same time I was still rooting for Ultron. What do you know? Ultron beat him. Ah, yes, I love it. I love it when I get things right. So yeah, that's all I can say. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.